personal kind of indiscretions or nuances that illuminate. So you can do both. You can report on the Little Rock story as well as on NAFTA, and we do.
Yeah, I mean, I second everything that Ed said. And, you know, I'd go back to what Ellen mentioned before about one of the troopers saying that he wasn't offered a job. We have a longer story exploring that in the Los Angeles Times this morning, and that was a very critical issue for the White House. You know, that if the president did offer a job in exchange for silence or to discourage troopers from speaking out, as we believe he did, the latter certainly to discourage them, then it's an important public policy issue. It shows a potential abuse of office. And in an affidavit released by that trooper's lawyer yesterday, the trooper said that the president never offered jobs in exchange for silence. Well, we talked to that trooper again last night. He was one of our unidentified sources on Tuesday. His name is Danny Ferguson. We're using his name now with his permission. And he said in his interview with us last night that the president, he repeated that the president did suggest a job for one of the troopers, Roger Perry, and that the president offered Danny Ferguson 2 jobs, one as a regional director of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and a second as a U.S. Marshal in Little Rock. The president made these offers. Danny Ferguson is sticking by that. He told us that in 2 interviews before the story. He repeated it again last night. He said last night, the president, you did not use the specific words in exchange for your silence. But these were telephone calls placed by the president of the United States to find out about rumors that troopers were preparing to speak out publicly about their experiences while they were his bodyguards. I find it highly unusual that a president would call not only Danny Ferguson but other troopers and inquire about what's going on down there, and that he would raise the issue of jobs in those conversations. I think it's lawyerly talk to have this affidavit saying that he didn't offer jobs in exchange for silence. Danny Ferguson knew what he was talking about. Roger Perry knew what he was talking about when he suggested these jobs, and I think that that takes this above the issue of extramarital affairs by President Clinton while he was governor of Arkansas, and brings it right to the public policy issue and to the public interest in a very important way.
Let me